We begin with the largest region of Westeros, the North, spanning from the Neck to the Wall. Dominated by House Stark of Winterfell, the North is known for its severe winters and long periods of cold. The people of the North are known for their resilience, honor, and a deep connection to their ancient traditions. The North's motto, "Winter is coming," reflects not only the literal winters but also the constant vigilance its people must maintain. This region was once a kingdom of its own, known as the Kingdom of the North, before the Targaryen conquest. The Stark family has ruled the North for thousands of years, as kings in the North and later as wardens of the North. Notable areas include Bear Island, the home of House Mormont, a small but fiercely loyal house known for their military prowess. Another significant area is the Dread Fort, seat of the sadistic House Bolton. The North is home to the Crannogmen who live in the Neck, a swampy region under the protection of House Reed, vassals to the Starks. The Crannogmen are skilled hunters and survivors, known for their guerrilla tactics and deep connection to the land. Beyond the Wall lies a harsh wilderness inhabited by the Free Folk, commonly referred to as wildlings. The Night's Watch, an ancient order tasked with defending the realm from the dangers of the far north, guards the Wall, a massive barrier of ice that stretches for hundreds of miles. The North's cold and isolation make its people tough, independent, and fiercely loyal to the houses that lead them, as long as those leaders hold to their values of honor and justice. The Riverlands lie in the heart of Westeros, a fertile region crisscrossed by several rivers, most notably the mighty Trident. Despite its agricultural prosperity, the Riverlands have historically been one of the most contested regions, suffering numerous invasions due to its strategic location. The region is ruled by House Tully of Riverrun, a family known for their honor, loyalty, and alliance building, with their motto, "Family, Duty, Honor," reflecting their values. One of the most important landmarks in the Riverlands is Harrenhal, a massive and ruined castle. Built by King Harren the Black, the largest castle in Westeros became a symbol of hubris and destruction when it was burned by Aegon the Conqueror's dragons. Its vast size makes it difficult to maintain, and its cursed history means that every family who has ruled it has met a grim fate. The Twins, the seat of House Frey, sits on the green fork of the Trident and controls one of the most crucial crossings in the region. This strategic location gave House Frey immense power, despite their lowborn origins, allowing them to rise through marriage alliances and strategic betrayals, including the infamous Red Wedding. The Riverlands are also the home of the Brotherhood Without Banners, a group of outlaws who emerged during the War of the Five Kings. Initially tasked with keeping the peace, they eventually turned into a guerrilla force, dedicated to defending the small folk who were often caught in the region's frequent conflicts. The Vale of Arryn, located to the east of Westeros, is one of the most defensible regions, shielded by the towering mountains of the Moon. The ruling family, House Arryn, has a long and storied history dating back to the Andal invasion, during which they established themselves as rulers of the Vale. Known for their chivalry and honor, the Arryns are among the most prestigious families in Westeros, with their words, "as high as honor," emphasizing their noble status. The Eyrie, their ancestral seat, is perched on the peak of a mountain, accessible only via a narrow and treacherous path. Its impregnable position has kept it safe from conquest for centuries. The castle itself is famous for its eerie beauty and its terrifying sky cells, where prisoners are left in open-air cells high above the mountain cliffs. Other notable locations include Runestone, home to House Royce, one of the oldest families in Westeros. Politically, the Vale has often been isolated from the power struggles of Westeros, owing to its mountainous terrain and defensibility. During the War of the Five Kings, the Vale remained neutral for much of the conflict, in part due to the rule of Lysa Arryn, who was influenced by Littlefinger. However, the Vale's knights are among the most formidable, often participating in jousts and tournaments that showcase their prowess. Off the western coast lies the Iron Islands, a collection of harsh, windswept islands ruled by House Greyjoy from Pike. The Ironborn live by the old way, a culture that glorifies reaving, piracy, and taking wealth from others. This seafaring culture is born of necessity, as the rocky soil of the Iron Islands offers little for agriculture. The Ironborn motto, "We do not sow," reflects this harsh way of life, as they take rather than produce. The Greyjoys, the most powerful family of the Iron Islands, rule from Pike, a fortress perched precariously on rocky cliffs, constantly battered by the unforgiving sea. The other key families of the Iron Islands, known as the Salt Kings, control the smaller islands and fleets, contributing to the Ironborn's raiding strength. For centuries, the Ironborn ruled the western coast of Westeros, engaging in piracy and slavery, until they were subdued by Aegon the Conqueror. Despite multiple rebellions, such as Balon Greyjoy's failed rebellion against the Iron Throne, the Ironborn have never fully regained their former dominance. However, the Ironborn remain fiercely independent, proud of their seafaring prowess and desire to reclaim the old way. Their religion, the Drowned God, reflects this maritime culture with the belief that what is dead may never die, symbolizing their strength in the face of death. The Westerlands are known primarily for their wealth, owing to the region's extensive gold mines. Ruled by House Lannister from Casterly Rock, the Westerlands are the richest region in Westeros, allowing the Lannisters to exercise enormous political and military influence. House Lannister, one of the most powerful houses in the Seven Kingdoms, is known for their pride, cunning, and wealth, embodied in their unofficial motto, "A Lannister always pays his debts." Casterly Rock, the seat of House Lannister, is a massive fortress carved into a coastal cliff, towering over the Sunset Sea. The Lannisters' rule over the Westerlands dates back to the Age of Heroes, when Lann the Clever famously tricked the Casterlys out of their fortress and established Lannister control over the region. The wealth of the Westerlands has allowed House Lannister to fund vast armies and play a dominant role in Westerosi politics, notably during Tywin Lannister's tenure as Hand of the King. Other significant families of the Westerlands include House Lefford, House Crakehall, and House Rainey, though the Reynes were famously exterminated during Tywin Lannister's brutal campaign against them, an event immortalized in the song The Rains of Castamere. The Reach, ruled by House Tyrell from Highgarden, is the most fertile and populous region in Westeros, serving as the breadbasket of the Seven Kingdoms. With its fertile soil, the Reach produces vast amounts of food, wine, and other resources, allowing the Tyrells to wield considerable influence through economic power. House Tyrell, although relatively new to power compared to other great houses, rose to prominence after Aegon the Conqueror appointed them Wardens of the South. Highgarden, the seat of House Tyrell, is a magnificent castle surrounded by lush gardens, orchards, and rivers. The Tyrells' words, "growing strong," emphasize their strategy of gaining power through alliances, marriage, and diplomacy rather than outright war. They are one of the most politically savvy houses, using their wealth and strategic marriages to align with powerful families, such as their alliance with the Lannisters during the War of the Five Kings. The Reach is also home to the Citadel of Old Town, where maesters are trained, and it holds one of the largest cities in Westeros. Old Town itself predates the Targaryen conquest and is an ancient center of learning and trade. The Arbor, ruled by House Redwine, produces some of the finest wine in Westeros, further contributing to the region's wealth. The Knights of the Reach, such as the famed Sir Loras Tyrell, are renowned for their honor, skill, and chivalry. The Stormlands, ruled by House Baratheon from Storm's End, stretch along the eastern coast of Westeros, from Shipbreaker Bay to the Dornish Marches. The region is known for its violent storms, and its people are as tough and resilient as the weather. Storm's End, built by the legendary Durin Godsgrief, is a mighty fortress designed to withstand both siege and the fury of the gods. House Baratheon's words, "Ours is the fury," reflect their fiery nature and passion for war. The Stormlands have played a crucial role in many wars, particularly during Robert's Rebellion, when Robert Baratheon led the fight to overthrow the Targaryens. The Baratheons remain one of the most powerful houses in the realm. Dorne, the southernmost region of Westeros, stands apart from the rest of the continent due to its unique culture, geography, and history. Ruled by House Martell from Sunspear, Dorne is a land of deserts, mountains, and searing heat, shaped by its Rhoynish heritage. Unlike the other regions of Westeros, Dorne was not conquered by the Targaryens through force, but through a marriage alliance, and as such, they maintained a degree of autonomy even under Targaryen rule. Dorne's people are fiercely independent, known for their passion, pride, and honor. House Martell's words, "unbowed, unbent, unbroken," symbolize their resistance to conquest and their survival in the face of numerous invasions. The Dornish customs differ significantly from those of the rest of Westeros, particularly in their treatment of women and inheritance laws, which allowed daughters to inherit titles and lands. Sunspear, the seat of House Martell, is a sun-baked castle surrounded by the scorching sands of Dorne. The Water Gardens, a peaceful oasis in summer retreat, stand as a symbol of Dorne's beauty amidst its harsh environment. The region's long-standing enmity with the Lannisters, particularly after the murder of Elia Martell during Robert's Rebellion, has defined much of their political maneuvering, as the Martells seek justice and revenge for their family. The Crownlands, as the name suggests, are the lands directly controlled by the Iron Throne. Located around King's Landing, the capital of the Seven Kingdoms, the Crownlands include several important castles and strongholds, such as Dragonstone, the ancestral seat of House Targaryen, and the island of Driftmark, home to House Velaryon. King's Landing is the heart of the Crownlands and the largest city in Westeros. Founded by Aegon the Conqueror after his invasion, King's Landing is a sprawling metropolis of towering buildings, narrow streets, and teeming markets. The Red Keep, the seat of royal power, houses the Iron Throne, symbolizing the ruler's dominion over all of Westeros. The city is a bustling hub of commerce, politics, and intrigue, drawing people from all corners of the realm. Dragonstone, located on a volcanic island off the coast, is the Targaryen ancestral home. Built before the Targaryen conquest, it is an ancient and formidable fortress, known for its distinctive dragon-shaped architecture. As the seat of power for many rulers of Westeros, the Crownlands are at the center of the realm's political machinations, often subject to the instability caused by shifting allegiances and the constant power struggles within King's Landing. Beyond the wall lies the vast frozen wilderness inhabited by the Free Folk, or Wildlings, and many other ancient forgotten forces. This land, north of the wall, is sparsely populated, with nomadic clans of wildlings living in small communities spread across the harsh, snow-covered landscape. Unlike the rest of Westeros, these people are not governed by any king or lord, choosing to live freely, though they often clash with the Night's Watch and the Seven Kingdoms. The Free Folk have a long history of resisting Southern rule, seeing the people of the Seven Kingdoms as enemies. Their lands are dotted with ancient mystical sites such as the Fist of the First Men, evidence of a time when the First Men ruled these lands. The far north is also the domain of giants, skin changers, and other magical beings that have been largely forgotten in the rest of Westeros. The greatest threat from beyond the wall is the White Walkers, ancient creatures of ice and death, who return to bring an endless winter to Westeros. These beings were first encountered during the Long Night, a time of darkness and despair that nearly ended human civilization. The Night's Watch, sworn to guard the realms of men, maintain the Wall, a massive structure of ice and magic, as a defense against the dangers lurking in the far north. Though their numbers have dwindled, the Watch remains a critical line of defense against these supernatural threats. From the frozen north to the scorching deserts of Dorne, Westeros is a land of diversity, filled with regions as unique as the people who live within them. Each region, shaped by its geography and culture, plays a vital role in the complex political landscape of the Seven Kingdoms. Whether it's the strength of the North, the wealth of the Westerlands, or the fierce independence of Dorne, every region has its own story and identity. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of Game of Thrones. See you next time.